All right, so we have our first trade, and it's Brody Mihocek going to Melbourne. Let's talk about it. So it's just been announced this morning that Brody Mihocek has been or will be traded to Melbourne. Now, it's official on the AFL website and stuff like that, but I do have the details via Riley Beveridge. So going out is Brody Mihocek and pick 71. So that goes to Melbourne. And coming in is pick 61 and Melbourne's 2026 round three selection. Now, with the draft value index as it is, pick 61, pick 71, they're both worth zero. 2026 round three selection worth zero. Effectively, we're moving up 10 places in the draft, and that's before academy selections and all that sort of stuff. It's effectively nothing. It's effectively just giving Melbourne Brody Mihocek in a trade deal. So their current compensation pick that they got from Charlie Spargo, who went to North Melbourne, which is currently pick 41, doesn't get diluted.
An unbelievable acquisition to our club. He's a terrific player, terrific person, great teacher of our young forwards. We're really excited with the talent we've got up there in Ben Roy and Jefferson and Kentfield and AJ. Have someone of the stature of Brody Mihocek, who I think is a 5-time leading goal kicker at Collingwood, on our list. That really adds something that up the front end of ground that we've been looking for a little while. So
to me, how I sort of see this is as a bit of a peace broker deal. Like, we're just doing Melbourne a favor. And it's still so weird to me that teams can do teams favors in this way. Like, let's just say Humphreys wants to come to Collingwood. He goes, yep, I want to nominate Collingwood. I love the club, supported the club. I want to come to Collingwood. But we need whatever it is, a future, a pick 7 in this draft or something crazy like that, right? Like a top 10 pick. Then you can get a third club involved that has that pick, and then you can kind of maneuver in a three-way trade. So you get the good player, so you get Humphreys. Gold Coast ends up with the pick that they want, and that third club ends up with, a second round or a pick that they want, maybe like a fringe player and stuff like that. So teams doing each other favors. I think it's good. Still weird, but it is good. This would have worked even better as a favor if we were looking at if Clayton Oliver nominated Collingwood. This would have been a nice little cherry on top. Here's a favor for us. You help us, we help you. But effectively, that's what it is. Like, Mihocek, our 5-time Gordon Coventry Goal Kicking Award winner, could have gone as a free agent. He goes for peanuts, absolute peanuts, which is fair enough. Like, as a free agent, he would have gone for peanuts anyway. So I'm not upset about this deal or anything like that. It's just a favor deal. I am upset that Mihocek is leaving though.
Yeah, so it's Brenny, how you stagger it. So this is where you can't have them all go at once. So that's this Collingwood list management. So I'm suggesting Membry has another year of a contract, so I presume he will play on. But Tom Mitchell, Mason Cox, let Brody Mihocek go. This will be the first time I've said that, but I think that the way he's played and performed, and without a contract, he hasn't performed well. So maybe let those guys go now, and then the next three go. The three real champs go the next year.
You saw in my previous video a couple days ago, maybe like last week, I was crying. People telling me to harden up, and that's just who I am, man. I'm an emotional guy. I know I'm so comfortable with my masculinity that I can cry on camera. That's who I am, and I love that about me.
So what does this mean for Collingwood's forward line going forward? Well, it means that we can get more games into Charlie West. We know we're getting Jack Buller into the team, and maybe that future third-round pick kind of helps get Buller across the line. We don't really know too much what he's worth just yet. Sydney are acting like he's the next bloody, Buddy Franklin, which is just wild. So apparently they've offered him 1 year and we're offering him 2. He wants to come to the Pies. So we're still trying to get that done. I still anticipate that definitely gets done, but it's just about, trading those picks and finding the sweet spot for it. Also, what it means is McStay, he's got that shoulder surgery coming up. So he'll be out of commission for about 4 months, won't return to full training till about January. That means that West and Buller, if Buller does come to the team, have a head start even on McStay. Now, I do anticipate that McStay comes back, hits the ground hard, and he is our go-to forward, especially if Mason Cox isn't going to be in that team. From that prelim, no Brody Mihocek, no Mason Cox leaves the space for 2 talls. McStay will be one of those tools, replacing Brody Mihocek. You could have Charlie West come in replacing Mason Cox, or Jack Buller replacing Mason Cox. Someone has to do the second rucking. Can't be left to Darcy Cameron. Is that a Billy Frampton type? Or is it going to be McStay like it usually is? I think if we go the sort of Tom Hawkins model from Geelong, and McStay just rucks in the forward line and Cameron can do sort of everywhere else, something like that. Remember that Tim Membry is still going to be in that forward line. And then obviously you've got Bobby Hill as well. Now, I don't think it's all doom and gloom that we have lost Brody Mihocek. It's another 30-plus-year-old off the books. We're paying him a lot anyway, but it does give the chance for the younger kids to develop. So although it does hurt that Checkers is leaving, a premiership hero is leaving, this is ultimately very good for the football club and the kids coming through.
The Demons have come for Brody Mihocek in a big way. So the Pies feel they've had a really strong offer to Mihocek on the table for some time. He's parked that till the end of the season. He turns 33 in February. I believe he's weighing up a really strong proposal to join the Melbourne Footy Club. They had a go at Danaher Hutchie at the start of the year. Clearly that won't be happening, but Melbourne is in the market for an experienced key forward, and they've identified this man, Brody Mihocek.
He's never been paid, really. And he's always been justifying his next contract. And if there's a good deal there, he couldn't begrudge him taking it.
But yeah, Mihocek is our first biggest trade for Collingwood. That's wild. It's just wild to think. I can see his smiling face on my screen. It's wild to think that Brody Mihocek won't be playing at the Pies for the next year. And we built a final a grand final premiership forward line around him, and nearly had 2 premierships around him. But I do wish him all the best. Will always be a favorite of the Swoop Luke channel, and just me in general, absolute nicest guy. So just wish him all the best. Not the best when he plays us, and I don't know who's going to be kicking it to him. There's no Oliver, no Petrarca. I don't know what's going on there, but look, he got his bag. Good luck to him. Checkers, we love you so much. Don't kick any goals against us, and we'll stand up and clap for you.
Who's going to go on the left boot? This could be the sealer. Oh! Mihocek! Out of midair. Kung Fu style. And the same goal umpire wants another score review for me time, even though this is the best goal. Well, it's not better than Will Ashcross, but it's the goal of the day. Mihocek is 4th. That's the best of them. Have a look at that. Over his shoulder, in midair. That's a goal, and that's another win for the Pies.
Let me know your thoughts on the Mihocek deal. Do you like that there's this peace negotiations and just you scratch my back, I scratch your back sort of negotiations? Let me know down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.